So can you see what I've just said there in terms of our description? We're saying, here's the world we currently have, so here's the earth we currently have. We call that at the moment reality, but we're forgetting that there's 2 billion people on the planet, all out of harmony with love, right? Influencing everything that goes on that planet, right? Now, if those 7.2 billion people are out of harmony with love and influencing everything on the planet, then the planet is going to reflect back to those people all the things that are out of harmony with love. So there's all these terrible things happening around the earth. There's wars, you know, we've even had historically atomic bombs and all sorts of things go off, right? These are all things that are out of harmony with love. You know, there's 50 million children dying every year just from being murdered by their mothers through the process of abortion. And then there's another 50 or so million dying every year from malnutrition and starvation and all those kind of things. And we all say, oh, we love children. There's 100 million of them dying every year. You'd think there's a problem with our love of children, right? Obviously. But these things are happening on the earth. And then what do we call that? We go, oh, that's the way of the world. That's nature. That's the way it is. Right? We're actually measuring our own unloving behaviour and then calling it normal. Right? And you know, we've never experienced a world where this 7.2 billion people don't do these things, where instead what they do is they love the world and everything in it. We've never experienced that reality. We don't know what will happen. We don't know how to eradicate diseases because we've used, you know, medicine to do so rather than love to do so. So we have no concept that love is even possible to eradicate disease because we can't measure it because we've not acted in harmony with love. All we're doing is measuring the flawed system, the system that we have created that is flawed. We're measuring the results of it. That's all we're doing. And then we're calling that truth. Right. Once we love the earth and love everything in it, and then measure it, it's going to be fascinating. Because you know, there'll be whole streams of what I'd classify as methods of employment nowadays, where you just go, well, it's pointless being one of those because it's never going to happen. You know, like for example, being a lawyer. Pointless being one of those. It's never going to happen. There's never going to be a fight that goes into an argument that goes into escalation and I need 100,000 laws to determine who's right and who's wrong because everyone's in harmony with love. Right? What's the point of being a doctor unless I'm going to actually, under this system, there'd be no point. There'd be no doctors. You know, in the celestial heavens, there's no doctors at all. That makes sense, doesn't it? Right? It's only required because we're out of harmony with love. Right? There's whole professions like that they don't exist in the celestial heavens. It's like a doctor in the celestial heavens. He waits a lot for his next patient. Right.